How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Chicago area so-called community activist Tyrone Muhammad thinking that it'd be a great idea to throw some bricks through a local area Asian nail salon. Now, there is a lot to quote-unquote unpack here, as the cool kids would say, but first, let's get into this news report. This report will provide some context to the whole brick throwing kerfuffle, and you'll also see them bricks fly through the glass. After we get done watching that, I'll give you my 2 cents, give you my analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
The nail shop didn't want to do an on-camera interview, but he says he doesn't believe he's done anything wrong. He says he was only trying to make sure customers paid for the services they received. But several community leaders say the proof is on tape.
Told me to get the H out of his chair. He's not doing my nails. I changed my mind too much.
Charmaine Jones says this cell phone video only captured a part of what happened to her Monday afternoon at the Color Nails near 83rd and Stewart. She says she was reaching back, trying to get her sister.
As I was walking out of the door, proceeded to push me and shove me and hit me and attempted to bite me.
And another worker tried to grab the phone of the woman who was recording.
I take a personal responsibility in being a vanguard for my community.
The next day, community activist Tyrone Muhammad responded with this, throwing bricks at the window.
Step away from the window.
Y'all can step away from the window. Y'all can come up out of there. So y'all, I'm getting you one.
Step away from the window.
Let y'all know this is the second time I've been here with this shop disrespecting black women. This is over with. The last time it's gonna happen. Y'all can step away from this window, or y'all can stay here, continue to support these people that continue to disrespect y'all. And when black men stand up for y'all about these clowns disrespecting us, we don't get the support we need from y'all. Y'all get away from that. Y'all
come on out. Y'all need to come on out. You've been warned. We're going to shut it down.
Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Move. I told you to move.
That's not right. And somebody should call the police on you.
You get 911.
I asked y'all to come out.
Come out.
Back it up. The brother said he wasn't playing. He's not playing.
He was immediately arrested and charged with misdemeanor criminal damage to property. Today, he defended his action, saying he's met with the owner before to address concerns at the salon, but nothing has changed.
If you saw the tape, you'll see me going in, warning the sisters, telling them to clear this area. This is, we're pretty much at this point, we're commandeering this place and any neighborhood store that disrespect our women and children.
Activists have been staging a boycott and protest following a series of incidents in recent months at the nail salon. Jamal Green has shared videos showing the owner putting his hands on female customers. After grabbing the wallet of one customer seen here, the owner was taken into custody, but he tells WGN the case was thrown out.
We're not about violence.
Green says he had nothing to do with Muhammad's action, but wants to continue to put the focus on how black women are being treated at businesses where they spend their money.
We were there to protest and boycott because we understand how to financially castrate a business, because we just did it on 103rd and they've been shut down for 2 weeks. It's not just one situation at one nail shop. This is happening at multiple nail shops.
I want justice served mainly, and I want other young black individuals and the whole black community to know that we don't have to accept this type of behavior.
Jones did file a police report for the incident this week, and police say the case is open, but there have been no arrests. The shop is boarded up and closed for now. The owner tells us he plans to reopen tomorrow, and he hopes to meet with community leaders to resolve this.
Okay, so you heard that, you saw that, you see what's going on. Now, I don't know where to begin. Let's address the elephant in the room here. Why were there so many conflicts between the Asian nail salon and the people in the community? What I think was going on is that some customers were not behaving appropriately, going in there, taking forever in the chair, you 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the chair, not knowing what you want to get, not trying to pay, trying to stiff the owner for like $10, $15, $20. That is what I think Not that I know. That's what I think is going on here. And the reason why I think that is because even when that guy came through the bricks through the window, they were open. They had customers in there. It was a black lady in there waiting to get her nails done and or getting her nails done right at that moment. When Tyrone came in there talking about everybody, it's your last chance to leave this, that, and the third, she was like, look, Tyrone, you come in here every day. I'm not really worried about what you got going on. I'm getting my nails done. Now, she didn't say that, but that's kind of what I was getting, because she didn't look like she was really, too much concerned about what he was talking about. She was just pretty much laser focused on whatever she was doing before he came in and started acting up. So I think people in the community have no issue with the store. I think some people had an issue, and they may have been quote unquote disrespected, according to Mr. Tyrone Muhammad. Now, you saw in the video where the guy got arrested. I think he was the owner of the shop. He did get arrested at one point in the past, but there was nothing that happened after that. There was no penalty, no incarceration, no nothing. So why would a person get arrested for allegedly assaulting somebody and then not have any kind of penalty? Well, it could be a couple of things here. The first one is maybe he actually didn't do anything. Maybe he was arrested falsely. Maybe it was self-defense. Maybe he was justified in doing what he did. I don't really know, but it seems like he probably didn't actually do anything that was wrong, because if he did do something that was wrong, maybe he has some kind of penalty, maybe a civil penalty, a criminal, getting locked up, or whatever the case may be. Apparently, that did not happen at all. Now, the second part of this could be that we're in Chicago, you're in an urban area, possibly inner city area, and a lot of times simple assault and things like that kind of just get swept under the rug. It's not really a big deal, okay? People always talk about how black folks and people in urban city poor areas get harsher sentences for their crimes. I can't tell. I cannot tell. I mean, you got guys killing people getting 5, 7, 8 years. I mean, the urban inner city areas, from what I've been able to observe over the years, are much softer on people for crimes. You go out to the more suburban areas or the more quote unquote well-to-do areas, they don't play that mess. They definitely give you them football numbers on your back for crimes you might get a couple of years for. That's just pretty much how I see things from my point of view, from observing how sentencing is all across the country. But back to my man Tyrone. Why was this the solution to your issue? Like I said, the guy, the owner, got arrested for quote unquote assault and nothing happened. So you got to ask yourself why. Maybe the person that you're trying to defend is actually in the wrong. You ever think about that? And also, what's the purpose of destroying the windows? They're going to open up tomorrow. They're going to fix the windows. You're going to have black folks right back in there getting their nails done. Apparently, they don't believe in what you're talking about, Mr. Muhammad. So what are you really going to do? Keep going and destroying stuff? Keep getting yourself locked up? People were rooting him on, talking about, yeah, defend that black woman. I mean, but he's about to go to jail now or have some kind of penalty. So how are you going to defend her from behind the wall? Or when you are in such severe debt, you're going to be pretty much out back, nowhere to live, missing out on your rent. I just don't understand the logic behind the violence of throwing bricks through the window. With people in there, you could have killed somebody with some shrapnel or the brick itself. Now, to be his defender a little bit, he was like lightly tossing the bricks. I didn't see Randy Johnson fastball through the front window. I didn't see that. But at the same time, I mean, if a brick is going through a window, you got to hit it with a little bit of force. You can't just, give it the old underhand softball toss. You got to go ahead and hock it a little bit. But I digress. My point is that maybe he was not trying to injure people, but by the process of a brick entering a window and glass shattering, that could easily happen. Okay, you're telling them, get away from the front of the windows. Well, it's their store. How you going to tell them what to do? And he got arrested with no problem. And that's great. That's fantastic. He didn't get beat up or nothing by the police. But I just don't really understand the logic behind it. So let me get this straight. If somebody in the store does a thing that you don't like, or they quote unquote disrespect you, you're going to go vandalize the store? What is that really going to solve? Like I said, they're going to reopen tomorrow. It'll be the same folks in there, So what you're gonna do, come back and bust up some more windows? At a certain point, you're gonna become a nuisance. Anytime somebody sees you, they're gonna call the police immediately, and you won't even be able to do what you're doing. So I just don't really see the end game here. If you really want to, quote unquote, disrupt these businesses that aren't owned by you, the black man, how about you start your own nail shop? I've seen black nail shops in the hood before. I've done work for black nail shops in the hood. When I was doing my flyer thing, I've designed stuff, printed stuff, all of that for black nail shops in the hood. You can do that rather than destroying someone else's business, or at least attempting to. How about you start your own and compete that way? But maybe you can't. You know, you're living in this area dominated by the Democratic Party with these crazy high taxes, high minimum wage. How you really going to be able to do things legally? You see what I'm saying? I think at a certain point, there's a bigger picture up underneath the surface. It's a few things. You know, your voting patterns are wrong, your family structure is wrong, and the behavior of certain people is wrong in these stores. I've seen it myself. I've seen people act up, you know, be crazy, not trying to pay, bucking on the nail tech. People ain't really going to take that. You know, you coming from China, India, some other place, they don't, you know, try to steal in one of those countries to see what happens to you. It's going to be a lot less than getting some kind of karate chop to the forehead while you getting your nails done, but you're not trying to pay $10 for your little, you know, touch up on your paint job. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that the so-called community activist Tyrone Muhammad was correct to throw bricks through the window to disrupt the Asian nail store's business because of how they treat black women? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or was he not correct? I think it's kind of a super low IQ thing to do. You're going to destroy somebody's windows in their business to get locked up, to have them open again tomorrow, and then you are left with some kind of civil or criminal penalty. You're not going to be able to stop their operation by vandalizing it. If anything happens, it's going to be you that gets stopped from being able to work. I don't know what he does for a living, but I would assume he has to be out of jail to make money at a certain point in time. So if you keep getting locked up over and over again by trying to destroy somebody else's business and they keep coming back, but you can't come back because you in the penitentiary, or probably not penitentiary, but jail, or you had a big fine on your back. I mean, I just don't understand the logic that's there. Do things that make sense. If you don't like their store, if you don't like their service, you come up with a better store. Or how about you patronize a different store that treats you better, that does better by you, that has better service, that has better care of the customer base? Or how about this, a novel idea? How about you just act right in these stores and stop acting the fool? But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.